crossing. Morning, it is 9:30 a.m. on Saturday right now, and I'm gonna say it here, I'm gonna say it now, we are locking in. I am really feeling inspired to create not only just art, but also create the life that I truly desire, especially in the sense of what income looks for me and where that is sourced from. I'm very recently just ended up in between jobs, so I really have no idea what my next source of income will be. I really want to make sure it is aligned with my morals, with who I am as a person, something that is maybe based in community or within the creative realm if possible, or something that helps me build business skills would be absolutely amazing. Maybe this is positive mindset thinking. Maybe it is time. Maybe it's the universe being okay girl, you gotta lock in, you've got everything you need, you gotta start chasing this creative dream of yours. What do you need to be doing to make income from the art that you are creating, especially passive income, because I will definitely need to pick up another job, but if I have something more passively that will let my art grow, what can I be doing? I've come to the park to take a little break from painting. Which is honestly quite a hard decision to make, but I've realised I'm in such a bad artist block right now that everything I'm painting is making me feel really low, very sad, because none of it is something that I end up liking or enjoying, and I know that's just a part of the artist process, and having artist block is part of life, it's part of being a creative, but it's really hard when all you want to do is create, and it's been really challenging to come to terms with, because I have all this creative energy and I'm all I want to do is make a gorgeous painting, but I have no inspiration on what that painting looks like. And I kind of came to terms that recently, all my paintings before, all the paintings that I've fallen in love with, that I'm they were all painted from this really intense emotion of pain and anger, and it was actually something that I really needed to let out. It was like a journal entry. It was healing, it was reflective, it's what I needed at the time. And I think after coming back from visiting home, I feel in such a place of contentment and peace and happiness and stillness that it's hard to paint from. I was actually talking to my two gorgeous friends, Galena and Izzy, who are both artists as well. Izzy's another artist who does really gorgeous Prismacolor works, and Galena's a songwriter. And I was saying
I'm so grateful to not be in this pain anymore, but I have no inspiration to paint. Like, everything I make, yes, it's beautiful to look at, but I feel like it doesn't have any meaning. It's not speaking to me. And I guess maybe that's the beauty of like trying to work through this artist block, is realizing that, like, although maybe if someone else made this artwork, I would say, wow, that's beautiful, I love what you've created, but because it's something I've made and I know that there's no, like, I have no emotional connection to it, it doesn't move me. And I'm learning that the paintings that I love, the paintings that, well, I guess other paintings that I love that, like, I see in that other people make, but also like my own, it has to move me. So it has to be connected to a deeper emotional experience for me to fully enjoy what it has to offer. Yeah, and so we were talking about it because they felt very similar. It's really hard to create pieces when you're not feeling intense emotions. And yeah, we were talking about the complexity of that, like how, like, it's such a joy to be in a place of contentment, but it does mean that, like, it's really hard to create. But it's okay. I've decided I'm just gonna focus on more admin-based roles at the moment. I have a lot of editing I want to do. I'm working on my website, so I think I'll just keep chugging along with that until I figure out this artist block. But I guess it's like taught me like an in-depth perspective about my creative process. And my mum was saying, like, it's equally important to like have these moments where it is tough, because you do learn stuff about your process that maybe you didn't realize is important. And yeah, so that's where I am. I'm at the park. It's so cute. I'm watching these like little ducks play around in the water right now, which is so adorable. And I should come sit at this spot more often. Like, this is such a beautiful view. You get like I believe it's the museum, and then this beautiful pond and the ducks. I've never sat from this like POV before. That might be my favorite in this park now. Okay, I'm at matcha kobo with my matcha and trying a new matcha at the moment. It's good. It's not my favorite though. I wish I got my regular here. But it's so yummy. I am gonna do some admin today. My friend Felicia's gonna join me, and we're gonna log in and we're gonna do lots of admin together, which is very cutesy.
And see what you could do. It could just be a fun practical thing, like mess around with paint on a paper. Just find things you like, even if it's not something you do in your piece. It's just they are like your biggest inspiration is an abstract or a painter.
Yeah,
Nobody's
that's true.
abstract. You know, it's all about creating meaning out of shapes and stuff, and it's not.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, you got it.
Thank you.
Make sure that you eat food and take a break. Go for a
Yeah,
walk,
I should eat something. I haven't eaten yet.
Sometimes if you're stuck, you just need to go pick up a snack and go for a walk up and down the street.
Okay, maybe I'll make some lunch.
Yeah.
Because I haven't eaten yet, and then I'll go to the art supply store.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too. Thank you. Hello, I want to give an exciting update. I finally got over my artist block. I'll show you what I ended up drawing. This artist block, I think I talked about it earlier in the video. I was finding it really hard to paint because I'm no longer in this place of pain. I'm kind of in a new
part of my healing journey where I've become more content with things, more forgiveness within myself and towards myself. And so I was feeling a bit stuck because before I went back home to Aotearoa, I really thought I was really painting from a place where I was very upset, very consumed by pain and anger and hurt, and just had a lot of distress. So a lot of my paintings were stemming from that emotion. When I came back, I felt more at peace with the world. I felt like I was able to move forward, even though I know I still have a lot of work to do along this healing journey. But I felt like I didn't want to step back into that feeling of pain and hurt and anger intentionally, because it took such a long time to get out of that headspace, and it was really hard to do daily tasks. So I was really struggling, and as I said before, like when I was in this place of contentment, it was really hard to make paintings that I enjoyed. Like, they were pretty, but they didn't have any emotional ties to me, and so I didn't feel connected, I didn't feel moved, I didn't feel sparked by what I was painting. And then randomly I was on the tram headed to see my friends Alicia and Leticia, and I was like, well, actually I'm in this new phase of healing, why don't we paint about that? Why don't we paint about this rebirth that I'm in, the power that I now feel, that I'm taking control of this storyline, calling it mine, choosing how I'm going to rise from it. And so I made these gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous ideas, which I think are going to be part of my final exhibition. One of the first ideas that I came up with was actually this girl. This is like a more, so I did like a sketch, an original sketch, and then I've also done a more in-depth drawing, but I've done this girl sitting cross-legged in a wolf's carcass, which I absolutely love. I adore this so deeply. I wrote in here what it means to me, and I'll read it out loud. It says, a painting that shows a powerful wahine rising out of the rotting wolf's carcass. Wolf is big in size to represent the immense journey she has traveled. She sits in the wolf to take power and ownership of her journey. Blood found on the lower half of her body to show the journey wasn't easy. The cross-seated leg position is vital as it shows connection to the womb. The background is bleak. I want this to be powerful. I want this woman to be the main point of focus. Her wisdom, power, strength, bravery, so captivating, even when sitting inside a gruesome, rotting carcass. The story is her. And then I did a little research. The dead wolf symbolizes the end of an intense, predatory or chaotic phase. It represents necessary transition, the shedding of the old, or a call to embrace inner stillness. And I remember, I don't think I wrote it on this page, but I remember when I was originally sketching, I want this, oh, actually no, this is for a different piece. What I was gonna say, I also drew this piece, which this piece here represents two circles overlapping, which I really want it to draw the viewer back to what I believe will be the first piece in my series, which will be a singular circle with colourful dots and lines and just brush strokes, which is there to represent innocence. And I want these circles to draw the viewer back to this idea of innocence. And then we've got like deer running around in an infinity circle, and then a deep reddy maroon brown background. And what I wrote for this one was a painting from a new feeling, one that focuses on the journey of healing. Each phase of the journey is equally important and speaks from a powerful place. So I wrote, The cycle of healing is not linear, it is repetitive and it has ups and downs, which is why I have the infinity circle, because we're constantly moving, constantly, you know, going through peaks and highs and lows and round and round and round. I want this painting to feel like a womb, so this is where the like reddy brown maroon color comes in. It's like the shedding when you have your period and you're shedding the months past. I want this to be a shed of the pain, and the circles have this like more pinky tone to represent like inner womb. The period cycle, healing, painful, revisiting old wounds, and then I got a yellow glow around the deer, which to me always represents spiritual power. And then lastly, I got this little like thought for food moment. Does innocence live on after pain? I wrote here, I think yes, though I'm unsure in which way. I want these circles to remind viewers of the first painting, one that tells a story of untouched innocence. A conversation that innocence still lives on, the changes that it might go through. I want to know, like, how does this shape? Because I think innocence definitely still lives on, but it changes, and I think that's something I want to explore. Love, but man, it feels so amazing to finally have, like, I don't know, I've been like trying to plan out some of these paintings for so long. Sometimes you really just gotta take a step back, not think about it, and then it comes to you. Which is a lesson on patience. It's so hard because when you feel creative, you just want to paint, but sometimes the idea is not there. But it will come around. Artist block is such a hard thing, but it feels amazing to be inspired again. I think being inspired is one of my favorite feelings in the universe. It is such a fun, energetic, contagious feeling. It fills you up with so much joy and love and like inner childlike happiness. And yeah, I adore inspiration and the feeling of being inspired. I think it's like, yeah, one of my favorite things on earth. Yeah, I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna start with painting because I have a square canvas already with that flower painting that I'm gonna redo. So I think I'm gonna start with this painting because I visualize it as a square, but I feel like it is still more rectangle than like an exact like equal square. So I don't know. We'll see. But now I'm gonna go back to my tea.
I've been back to the garden. My love, I swear I've seen it there before. No clouds make it easy. The sunshine greets blue skyward.
Our eyes are one as we walk through the share different stories, the same song, pass through our tongue. He sees me and I her. We see the same view. I will carry her with me for the rest of my life, and know if this pain was to return, she will guide me once more. I like that. It needs some work. Like some of these lines are really worthy and they can be definitely more punchy and a little bit more they can just be worked on. They're not saying exactly what I want to say. But some of these lines I love. Like, she will guide me once more. Love that. I love it because she is very like, who is she? And to me, she is the earth, the dead, loved one. myself even, like a version of myself.
Oh, my mind wants to run into stories. Alright. Walking back to the garden. My love, I've tried to pass the clouding fears. So close you